Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the chrisvossshow.com, the chrisvossshow.com. Mark Zuckerberg just got done with his Facebook F8 conference keynote speech introducing some of the new things that are coming out with the new Facebook profiles. Here you can see, just a few hours old, I've got this turned on my account. Well, this is the new way it's doing. You can see what's going on here. We've got the change cover picture, of course, that he talked about, where you can have a nice, beautiful cover photo that kind of maybe something you like in the background there. Over here we have the now periods. We have some of the months and years of your life that you've been on Facebook, going all the way to where you're born, which is kind of interesting. It takes, if you hit born, it will take you all the way back to when you were born. It'll also take me back to the 2000s when I first started publishing stuff on Facebook and being integrated with that, etc., etc. And you can see some of the different photos there from the 2000s. We can, of course, flip back to now. It moves pretty smooth and quickly. You can also page down through the data. Now I'm using, for the purpose of this recording, kind of a dumbed down browser setting. Normally, if I put this into a nicer browser setting, it's more compact and looks a whole lot nicer. I'm doing this for the purpose of recording. But you can see as you page down, it's got different segments it's created for you of information, etc., etc. It's pretty interesting. Now you can also see here's that ticker thing going down the left-hand side of your stream. So you're going to see that activity. Looks like there's some other activity. This is the chat area that shows what people are online, etc., etc., and who's doing all that. So this is the new layout, if you will. Now, one thing that's interesting is they've added a few features here. We can go into some sections and see who my friends are. They're pretty big here in how they've made the friends on the layout, it's definitely not a very small look, if you will. In going back to our main page, you can see here we have the photos layout. No real surprise in the photos layout. It's just your photos that you normally see. This thing's pretty cool. This is what Matt was talking about. This is the map that shows you where you've checked in the different places in the world that you may have experienced, etc., etc. Pretty interesting stuff here and data that's collected. So that's kind of neat, gee-whizzy, I suppose, if you want to maybe go back to different things. I'm not sure if you can click on those items and see. We'll see here in a second if this will work. I'm not sure if you can click on these items and actually see maybe photos of places that you're at. Yeah, look at that. Look, there's the photos. I was at Smoke City Barbecue with a bunch of us tweeters having some food. You can actually see some of the people who were there. Wow, that really is cool. Okay, so that's what the map function is. This just what I thought I'd do. You can see here the number of subscribers that I have. I can go and edit those. Now, one thing that it did do, I got my computer fighting me a little bit here on the menu. I don't think the feed on the right helps at all. You can see here there's different sections. Here's my likes, my notes, my subscriptions. I added this one just recently. This is the Spotify one. You can actually customize these to whatever you want. Here's some blank ones. I can hit plus. I can choose different apps if I want to put these in here. Now I couldn't get the Spotify app to work a second ago. Let's see if it'll work for us at this time. Appears it might be working. Let's see if it gives us the data we want. This is all fairly new, of course. He just rolled it out today. So I don't know. For some reason, it's not integrating my thing here. So it's like I said earlier, it crashed. So in looking at this, though, what's kind of interesting, you may notice some differences here with the status updates. Now you'll see Google and Twitter here. This portion you're seeing at the bottom on the Google and Twitter, that's not part of Facebook. That's actually from the publish sync that I use to publish to Google and Twitter from Facebook. Now, you've got place here. Now they've added some different things like work and education. You can add stuff about adding a job, graduated. This one is family relationships, living, health, wellness, and milestones experiences. What they've basically done is they've taken some of the major experiences of your life and created categories for them. And I'm sure these categories are going to show up in some sort of format on the life stream, lifetime, or timeline that you are going to have. Let's see, murdering somebody isn't on here, so I guess I'll keep that off the list for now. So there is the advantage of doing this. I can see what they're doing. Really what Facebook is doing is making them the journal of your life. And it kind of is with your experience, the way you're sharing data anyway and sharing photos. So there you have it. That's what this is all about. Now, the other thing that I really liked about this new format is you can choose what you want to take and show on here. Now, one complaint I had when I first logged this in, one complaint I had was it showed Chris Voss just added so-and-so as a friend. I've always hated that. I've got friends that hate it. Number one, I know who I added as a friend. Number two, it's nobody else's business who I added as a friend. So what's really cool is you can take these different widgets that you see on here and you can choose to hide them from timelines if you want. You can also choose to feature them. Watch what this does. That makes that whole big picture on my timeline and makes it really predominant so that you can see it. I can also, of course, revoke that interest, and I can choose other things maybe I want to feature. So I can totally control maybe what my friends' experiences are going to be in as they go through my Facebook page. Pretty interesting stuff. And of course, down here you can see the timeline keeps swimming, and we've got the other stuff over here. I'd just soon be rid of most of it. Let's see if we can hide the sidebar there. Wow, we do have the way to get rid of that. So I just got rid of that. Cool. You can see here pretty much the flow of everything we've been doing and talking about today, and some of my check-ins, etc., etc. Let's see if we can hide the check-ins, because I don't really think that's important. Looks like you can at this time. So pretty interesting stuff. I like it so far. I think it's pretty neat. Be sure to check it out. If we go back to home, of course, we have the standard home issue that you would see where we've got, standard groups and all that sort of good stuff. And we've got the live timeline down the side that people have just seen they're not too happy or excited about. So this is the new timeline feature for Facebook. Pretty cool. I like it so far. I think it's pretty neat. It's definitely a change, and you can see more people's data than you ever could before. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com to keep up on the latest. Be sure to check back daily.